This is possibly one of the best designed Indian small arms. This is the 5.56 joint venture protective carbine. It's called the JVPC because it's a joint venture between the DRDO and the Ordnance Factory Board. This is the one with which could potentially replace up to 4 lakh carbines that are in service. This was developed in response to the Indian Army's requirement for a new carbine to replace the 9mm carbine, and you know the deal. Bell sights, Bell open sights. That's your red dot sight here. I spoke earlier about the Indian Army's requirement for a carbine to replace the 9x19 carbine. We spoke of the AMOG, and the Joint Venture Protective Carbine, or the MSMC as it was called earlier, was the winner of that contest. And today I'm going to show you why. The Venture Protective Carbine weighs 3 kgs without the magazine. This is what it looks like. It's got a retractable stock here. Folds right in. This is what it looks like. Very compact. Externally resembles the MP7 personal defense weapon. This is a gas operated selective fire weapon. And what you see here is a Bell developed indigenous weapon sights, a reflex sight. It has a 30 round box magazine here. This is what it looks like. Metal magazine, fits right in here. This version has a Picatinny rail here, but the game changer in the JVPC is the holographic sight, the Trinetra holographic sight, which allows the shooter to fire the weapon literally like this with both his eyes open. In a normal iron sight, you have to align your aiming eye perfectly with the sight axis, the front sight and the rear sight, closing one eye. This is not particularly effective because it takes a lot of practice. It limits your view of the target and your peripheral vision, and all this tends to fall apart when you're under stress. That is where the Trinetra comes in, this holographic sight which allows you to shoot the weapon with your both eyes open. And I see a red dot there. I fix the red dot on the target like the one behind, and I'm going to show you what it looks like to fire with a holographic sight with your both eyes open. This is the button to activate the reflex sight here. And it's got 3 modes here. That's the red dot, as you can see. A red dot sight. And it has an invisible setting as well. A laser sight is merely a laser pointer designed to tolerate firearm recoil. This sight has 2 modes, active and passive, with the passive mode visible only through night vision goggles. And I can see here. Let me show you what it looks like to shoot a weapon through a reflex sight. When you look through the glass optical window of this holographic weapon sight, you see a large red dot, which is your reticle image superimposed at a distance on your target. Now the advantages of this are obvious. You can see this with both your eyes open and also in the dark when your iron sights would be pretty much useless. Basically, it helps a shooter fire in reflex shooting, which is like you can come up quickly and fire like that. The fire selector, it's got 3 modes. The safety, single shot, and automatic. Now this weapon is not that light. It weighs about 3 kgs, and which is roughly the same weight as the 9x19 carbine that it was meant to replace. But like I said, very, very easy to handle. The designers tell us that you can fire this weapon with a single hand, either left or right. We're going to try and do that today and show you what it looks like to fire this weapon with one hand. Again, very easy to hold for a left-handed shooter. It is among the first Indian weapons to be ambidextrous, which means the fire selector is accessible to both left-handed shooters and to right-handed shooters. This has a range of 200 meters, an effective range of 200 meters, and what it fires is 5.56 into 30 MINSAS round. This is what it looks like. It's a pretty lethal round. It leaves the barrel at roughly twice the speed of sound, a muzzle velocity of over 900 meters per second. A lethal bullet. Let's look at what it looks like here. This is the actual bullet. This is the cartridge, of course. This is the bullet. The designers tell us that this bullet has the ability to penetrate 3.5 millimeters of mild steel. Now, that's a remarkable achievement for a weapon of this size which fires such tiny bullets. Its designers tell us that this weapon has the capability to defeat body armor, soft body armor, Kevlar. This is again what we have to look out for today as this weapon is being test fired here on the range at the SAF Kanpur. Automatic weapon uses a gas-operated rotating bolt, which means basically it uses the gases generated by the propellant of the bullets to fire all the other bullets. Let me show you the breech mechanism here again. That's what it looks like inside. The mechanism is very similar to the AK-47 or the INSAS. The charging lever looks very similar to the INSAS charging lever, which is again derived from the G3. And it has a pull power of 5 to 6 kgs. This coating that you see on the weapon, the nickel boron nitride coating, which gives the material a certain hardness, and it does not require oil, we are told. This is a dry weapon. It's a remarkable feature here. If you look at it, if you come closer and just see the weapon, it's fully ready to fire, but there's not a drop of oil anywhere in it. It's a completely dry weapon thanks to this nickel boron nitride coating. It's a revolutionary new coating that the OFB has been using on these JVPC carbines, which means that you don't need to put oil to lubricate it. I'm going to show you another weapon, another JVPC without this coating, what it looks like. A weapon which needs oil, which does not have this nickel boron nitride coating. Now this is a JVPC, it's an older version without the nickel boron nitride coating, and it's got a bit of oil in there. You can use this Picatinny rail to mount a variety of sights. You can use it to mount a torch because otherwise the soldiers will have to carry torches like that, but this can be used to fit a torch or another pair of sights if you so desire. But as they say, the proof of the pudding is in the eating, and today we are here downrange to see how this weapon performs. And I'm going to try to shoot with this, and my target is one of those 3 things that you see right down there.